Welcome to the Rich Report, a podcast with news and information on the world of startups. Today, my guest is from BlaZeMeter. We have Alon Gromowski. Alon, welcome to the show today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for joining us all the way from Tel Aviv. We're here in sunny Oregon today. But say, Alon, I want to learn more about your company, so I've brought your slides up. Why don't we start with that, and then we'll follow it with a Q&A.
Thanks. I'm happy that it's sunny at your place. Here it's a very cold winter, but we'll start anyhow. Okay, hi, I'm Alon Gromowski. I'm the CEO of BlaZeMeter, and I'm very happy about this opportunity to present BlaZeMeter to your users and to yourself. Let's start with the first slide. Basically, let me tell you a bit about us. BlaZeMeter is a testing cloud focused on load testing. For comparison purpose, I'm sure everyone knows EC2 by Amazon. Well, EC2 is a general purpose cloud. And another example, well-known example, is Heroku. Heroku is a Ruby cloud. And basically, BlaZeMeter is a cloud specifically for the purpose of load testing. It is designed to make even the most complicated performance and load testing an easy job for developers and also for QA testers. Let's move slide, and you may ask, why load testing in general? Well, the success of your or your user's web application is very important. Many times, this application is the core of their business. The only way to validate the behavior of a web application in real time is to create an accurate and realistic simulation of what may happen in reality. Anything less than an accurate and realistic simulation is redundant and will only provide false confidence. Web applications that go live without any prior load testing, they are exposed to failure, basically. That said, today load testing is either complex and time-consuming if you do it yourself, or if you use an external vendor, basically testing as a service, you create a dependency that can basically hold you back, which is very bad specifically in the agile kind of age. And this is basically where BlaZeMeter comes in. I think we can move more on slide. BlaZeMeter simplifies load testing, simply said. It dramatically reduces the time to test to minutes as opposed to days. It's a fully self-service cloud, very similar to EC2, only with the sole focus of load testing. The fact that we are based on JMeter allows us to reduce the cost of operation and also allow people that are already using JMeter to simply upload their script and run in an out-of-the-box environment. Okay? Okay. Now, again, you may ask, now, what is JMeter? Okay. Well, it may be the fact that many of your users are already familiar with the tool, and it is a very common open source tool. It was created by Apache. It has great protocol coverage and scripting capabilities. You can basically write any test script that realistically simulate any kind of scenario, like user logging in, filling out forms, downloading documents, simulating different types of browsers, web services, and many more. JMeter is usually the default choice of users that are looking to find a load testing solution. So scripting with JMeter is very easy. It's actually great. But running tests using JMeter is a more complex issue, partially because the tool is a bit limited, and some due to that performance is not a simple issue. It's not a simple issue, and usually it requires multidisciplinary knowledge. You need to understand servers, bandwidth, and many other issues that not too many people hold the information. JMeter users can find themselves spending even days building the right testing environment for them. And here is, again, where BlaZeMeter comes in. Just move a slide. BlaZeMeter provides self-service tools to seamlessly create extra large load tests with minimum friction. Provides basically an out-of-the-box load testing cloud available on demand whenever you need it. We provide every user with a dedicated and secure testing environment. And also it's available in several geographic regions. This is, I'm sure that you hear about this, and you heard about Amazon EC2, and it's about a lot of resemblance. This is because, again, this is a cloud, and this is a load testing cloud. We also provide a non-scripting option for users that do not know or care about scripting. BlaZeMeter can automatically create JMeter and Selenium test script. According to a form that the users fill in, obviously everything is being done automatic. With BlaZeMeter, basically you can create tests that, I'm giving an example that includes, let's say, 60 servers. You have a load test running 60 servers. You can start it and stop it. You can change the capacity to only 20 servers and run it again. And you can do it again and again at night, in the mornings, whenever. Okay, it's your environment, it's dedicated, it's on demand, and it runs the minute you need it to run. The way to do it is simply upload your script and select the number of servers that you want to participate in the test, or simply by stating the number of users that you want to simulate. You set the geographical location and simply run the test. That's it, 5 minutes, and you can have 10,000 users visiting your website. Obviously a simulation, but it will be an accurate simulation. Hopefully in the slide you see, this way, the ease of use is by simply uploading the file, and you have a slide where you can move the slide and choose the number of server, and that's it. You never see the servers, you never configure the servers. They are all out of the box. As I mentioned, BlaZeMeter is fully compatible with JMeter, so you can develop your script with JMeter and use BlaZeMeter to run the test in minutes. Okay, now to show some of BlaZeMeter features, basically the first slide you see, the second slide, is the reporting. Reporting is very important to any load test. Results must be visualized, and you should be able to query and find the information you need. We use cutting-edge interactive visualization, both graphic and alphanumeric. These reports are also accessible via API. You can query the result to find the exact KPI, key performance indicator of a certain transaction at a certain moment during the load test. The next reporting slide, basically, here are some examples that we provide on top of the graphical report. We basically aggregate and expose information from all parts of the test, such as errors, exception, and logs. For example, here you should see a log tab of a test with 6 different servers. You can scroll through the tab and see all the errors, if any, that were aggregated from one of the testing resources. And this is obviously all very important because it's not A, you need to create a load, B, you need to visualize the result, and C, you need to make sure that the environment is healthy. Again, to make sure that the results provide confidence. And basically, what was before BlaZeMeter? Before you could still do load testing, but it was complex, usually expensive, and often time-consuming. When people are looking for load testing solution, usually through the internet, they find traditional players like HP, CompuWare, IBM. Their solutions are usually very expensive and require long setup time. And it's also not considered realistic, especially if done from a local area network. There are some cloud testing vendors that solve the realism issue by hosting hardware in the cloud and providing testing as a cloud service. However, they are complex to operate and require the user to be dependent on that specific vendor. People usually opt to build their own environment using available open source tools such as JMeter. As said, the solution, the open source tools are great for some purposes, but many times can be found limited. There are also other self-service tools out there, but usually less comprehensive than what is required to perform a good load testing. Okay, moving to the next slide. Who uses BlaZeMeter today? Well, BlaZeMeter is a new company which launching actually today. But we have been developing our software for the past couple of years now, and during our garage operation, we have almost 1,500 users who joined and registered. Many of them are using BlaZeMeter on an ongoing basis. Among our users, you can find everyone basically, from enterprise through banks, government agencies, and obviously startups. You can use BlaZeMeter before going live or just as a tool for the development and testing through your ongoing development process. And I'm sure your user will be interested to know how much does it pay. Well, it's free to start using BlaZeMeter. We provide up to 10 tests free of charge. After the trial, you can start testing pay-as-you-go model from $8 per hour. If, or should I say when, you find yourself using the service at a large capacity, many times it will be more efficient to enroll into one of our subscription plans. Our subscription plans vary from according to the size of the test and your monthly usage. It's part of our strategy to keep load testing costs low in order to allow users to run load tests whenever they need. moving to the next slide, to the company slide, I would like to tell you a bit more about my background. I'm actually a hands-on programmer with over 20 years of experience in the internet business. BlaZeMeter is my second startup. The first was acquired in 2001. It was an IP acquisition. Prior to BlaZeMeter, I was the CTO of one of the biggest IT organizations in Israel. Before that, I spent many years in the technological unit of the IDF. BlaZeMeter represents obviously a huge market opportunity for us, but really we are looking at it as an opportunity to transform the way load testing is done today. People can now have the ability with very little friction, to practice professional load testing in a way that really fits the new era of open source, cloud, and agile development.
So, a lot. I was going to ask you more about how people are getting this job done today. These developers. It sounds like they're not. They're kind of taking their best shot and letting it out into the wild, and they're seeing how it performs.
Actually, yes and no. Up to a year from now, a year ago, this was the right answer because all the solutions out there were expensive and complex, and only banks and big organizations actually used load testing. But as the open source tools started to emerge and people started building their own environment. So today, yes, many users are basically going live with a prayer in their heart that everything will be okay, or if there's a problem, someone will notify them about that, but it will already be too late. And some are building their environment, but then again, it's complex, it's time-consuming, and it sometimes can produce, as I mentioned, false confidence.
Yeah. So how does your side of it? Do you have like a cloud data center that is deployed then that hammers on their site to simulate what would happen out there when they do launch?
Yeah. This is exactly what we provide. Each user can enjoy literally hundreds of unique dedicated servers he can use for load testing on demand. So, as you just said, it's a cloud, many servers, different locations, and each user can enjoy these servers for the sole purpose of load testing his application.
So, Alon, how do you think this is going to change the way developers do their business?
Actually, we aim, and I certainly hope, that by simplifying practicing load testing, reducing cost, and still keeping it professional by providing professional tools, everyone will be able to utilize load testing as part of their day-to-day ongoing business. So the quality of the software will be even better than it is today.
So, kind of a wrap-up question here, Alon. As you bring this to market, have you looked at how big is the opportunity for BlaZeMeter?
Well, actually, it's a huge opportunity. The automating testing market is about $2 billion, but this is basically only enterprise and big organization. All the rest that are out there, that are now populating the cloud and the internet, are not counted in this $2 billion dollar market. This is a huge opportunity. Basically, we aim to bring the same level of service to everyone, and not only the traditional users. And the fact that all the cloud and agile is something new, and no one is playing a dominant role as a testing cloud, hopefully BlaZeMeter will play a very dominant role both for load testing and for the open source community, as it's fully compatible with the open source tool.
Well, great. Well, Alon, I want to congratulate you on your Series A funding and your launch today. Great job.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If I can, just to summarize in a nutshell what we do, is basically testing cloud, focus on load testing, 100% compatible. We simplify the load testing for the developer and the QA tester. Everyone should be able to practice professional load test. Now they can.
Okay, well, thanks for that, Alon. Okay, folks, that's it for the Rich Report. Stay tuned for more news and information on the world of startups.